Hello and welcome to Ashtags, the podcast where faith meets finance and legacy begins with wise stewardship. I'm your host, Ashley Aborshade, wife, mom, communications and financial services professional who is going to be your advocate and your go-to guide for making confident, God-honoring moves. Are we ready? This episode is brought to you by My Ethos Insurance Business. Ethos is where finance and technology collide, and frankly, I love it here. Go ahead and scan that code, and you get an instant quote and possible instant approval. Enjoy the episode. So, what is life insurance? Let's keep it simple. When I have someone talking to me about a financial project, I'm like, talk to me like I'm 5 years old, okay? That's how I need it, okay? So life insurance is a contract between you and an insurance company. You pay a monthly or annual premium, and in exchange, the company promises to pay you a tax-free lump sum called a death benefit to your loved ones when you pass away. It's not just about death. It's about protecting life. It's one of the most loving things you can do for your family. Life insurance can help your children go to college. It can help your grandchildren go to college. It can help your spouse keep your house after you pass away. It can help your parents pay off debts or funeral costs, okay? In other words, it replaces your income, covers your financial expenses, and leaves a legacy when done correctly. Okay. There are 3 types of life insurance: term life, permanent life, and universal life. So let's break these down, okay? Term life insurance is simple and affordable insurance. It lasts for a specific set period, usually 10, 20 or 30 years. I personally know how you can get up to 45 years of term life insurance, okay, with living benefits. Holler at your girl if you want to know more about this. If you pass away during that time, your family gets the benefit. If you outlive the policy expires, okay? This is great for your families, for young families or people who are on a budget who need high amounts of coverage, for a lower cost. Next, permanent life insurance, like whole life or universal life, that lasts your entire life. Kind of sounds like what it would do, right? And it also builds cash value over time. This means that you can actually borrow from it while you're still alive. It's more expensive, but it can be part of a long-term financial strategy, especially if you want to leave wealth behind or cover estate taxes, right? Next, we're going to go to universal life insurance. Universal life is a type of permanent life insurance, meaning it lasts your entire life as long as the premiums are paid. But unlike whole life, universal life is flexible and it allows you to adjust 3 things. 1, you can adjust your premium payments. 2, you can adjust your death benefit amount. And 3, you can adjust how fast or slow your policy builds cash value, okay? Because it includes a cash value component, like a savings account inside the policy. Part of your premium goes to the death benefit, and then part of it goes into this cash value, which earns interest over time, okay? So here's an example of the flexibility in the universal life policy. You can lower the payments if money gets tight, or you can increase them to grow your policy faster. Some universal life policies even let you skip payments if your cash value is high enough, okay? So which one is best? It really depends on your goals and it depends on your budget. It depends on your stage of life. And that's why working with a licensed professional like myself can help you make a smart decision. Okay, so life insurance sounds really cool to me. I don't know, maybe I'm biased, but why do people delay? Let's be honest. People put off life insurance for 3 reasons. 1, they think it's too expensive. Hint, it's not. Term life policies can be as low as $1 a day, okay? 2, they think they don't qualify. Most people even do, even those people with health issues, right? And 3, they don't want to think about dying, okay? This is fair, I get it. But this is not about dying. This is about protecting life, okay? Not focusing on death. And the truth of the matter is, the longer you wait, the more expensive life insurance gets. And worse, if something happens to you and you are not covered, your family is left with financial pain on top of emotional grief. If you have ever been there, you know exactly what I'm talking about. That's a whammy, a double whammy, okay? All right, let's go into just some real life examples, okay, so we can kind of just make it real plain. I want to tell you about 2 families I've encountered during my time in life in financial services, right? One had a 35-year-old mother of 3 who passed suddenly, okay? Because she had $500,000 in her term life policy, her husband didn't have to return to work right away. Homeboy had 3 kids, okay? And the mom was gone. He could be present during that time, and they were able to stay in their home. Okay, that's one scenario. In the other scenario, there's a family where the dad passed away with no insurance, right? The family had to start, one of those online, very public fundraising accounts, right, for the funeral. And they also had to sell his car to pay for part of the funeral, okay? So the only difference between those 2 families, one family is not better than the other family. One family is not more loved. They didn't love their significant other more than the other family. It's just that one family had a plan and one family didn't. Okay. So this is not about fear. It's actually about faith, and it's about foresight, right? It's about the vision you want for your life and for your posterity. Now we know how important life insurance is. We know that we definitely need it, but we don't know how to get started. Okay, let me hook you up. Let me tell you, okay? Getting life insurance right now is easier than ever, okay? Here are your steps. 1, you're going to decide how much coverage you need, okay? There is the D.I.M.E formula that I'm going to put in the show notes that will allow you to calculate how much life insurance you need, how much you need your death benefit to be, right? Number 2, you're going to choose the right type. Term, if you're looking for affordability, right? Permanent for lifelong coverage, and legacy. Okay. I'm going to show you how to get an instant quote and maybe even instant approval with Ethos. I'm going to share that link in the show notes as well. Okay. And number 4, you're going to get approved. Okay. And you're going to start your policy. Once it's active, you can breathe easy. You did the adult thing, okay? And we think adulting is supposed to be about drama and all these things. Look, adulting is when you get your life in order and you don't have to be raising your cortisol levels unnecessarily throughout the week, right? Okay? So go ahead and consider your next steps. Go ahead to the show notes. Use the D.I.M.E method to calculate how much insurance you need. And then the Ethos link is also there where you can get an instant quote, okay, for term life insurance, where you can get living benefits, and you can also do legacy planning along with the insurance policy, and you are able to get instant approval if qualified with Ethos. All right. I hope you enjoyed this. The information in this episode is general education and entertainment. It is not financial, investment, legal, or tax advice, and no advisor-client relationship is created. Investment of any kind involves risk, including loss. You are responsible for your own decisions.